we're gonna give this another try today. See what happens. Hopefully Bella don't mind waiting in the RV for a little bit, but this is gonna be no place for her. She seems a little anxious. She knows we're up to something. Welcome back. Guess what? We made it back to McDaniel's House of Rust, and they are open. And you know, from what I seen when we was here a video or two ago, from what I could see from the road, I thought, man, it's just like really old stuff and just rusty, like there'd be nothing with any real, you know, usable parts. But there's a lot of stuff here that's not too old. I mean, a couple of decades, but you know, it's not all like 1950s stuff that's just rusty and been stripped of parts. There's actually some stuff that's you know, half that age. It still has good parts on it. And let me see. I mean, let's see. There's a little Mustang too here right behind me. There's a bunch of stuff around here, but in here, remember the Chevrolet Vega? Well, this was Pontiac's version, I believe, was called the Astro. Some of the Vegas were pretty cool, but this is my first attempt really to retrieve. I got a little toolkit with me to actually retrieve any used parts for my Maverick. And he said he has 3 of them back here, and yuck. And that's a later model 4-door that has the big giant bumpers. This one here that has the stripes on it, this is an earlier year. You know, it has the real thin rear bumper that's a bit dented up. You can see the bumper on that one. You know, for safety, federal safety standards, made all the automakers put thicker bumpers on, I think starting in 1973. So this is probably a 72 or 71, but it is missing. You know, I need the antenna. I could probably get that antenna base, and they put a replaceable mast on it, but there's the base anyway. And I need door panel, the armrest for the door panels. That one is completely stripped. This one is completely stripped. Maybe somebody just needed the panels and left the armrests laying around in here. But actually, I don't see any signs of them. And there it is. Oh, this was a factory air-conditioned car. It's kind of rare, and not too many of them came with factory air. And the old 6-cylinder carburetor's missing off of it. A little bit of the grill left. It's damaged up in that one corner. Oh, and there's the other thing I need too, is that the windshield washer reservoir, and that one there is completely that one's just completely dry rotted and brittle, cracked. That's the other thing I need, the windshield washer bottle. I think you can get the reservoir, the white plastic part, you can get remanufactured, the replacement ones, but they don't come with a lid, oddly enough. So maybe I'll see about getting the lid off of that one, and that'll be a start. Or I think it was the same. Oh, that blue one. There's the other one. I think when it comes to the windshield washer, excuse me, reservoir, it was the same on all years. Wait a minute, this one might have the good bottom, and if that one has the good top, I might end up with that. And too bad that antenna on that one's all bent up so bad. I'll take a look over here. And I know the door panels would have been different in this car. Yeah, those armrests over there, I can see it. It's a different type. That did change. Let's see over here. Yeah, and this one here is all, that one there's all long gone. And this looks like a kind of a later model too. Even though it's a 2-door, it looks kind of like a later model. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh yeah, it has the big giant. See how big those bumpers got? Oh yeah. And that looks like a two, I don't know those Datsuns. What was that, 240Z or 260 or 280? One of them Z cars. This is a mid-70s Camaro. Oh, and speaking of the Vegas, there's a Vega wagon. A buddy of mine had a couple of Vegas. They were fun little cars. I'm gonna see what I can figure out about this washer bottle, and then I'll get back to you. I thought this later model car had a good reservoir in it, but the lid's missing off the top. But you know, for that plastic reservoir, that clear plastic reservoir, the ones they reproduce are like $99, and I thought I'd found a good one. But look, it has a hole. I might patch it. Okay, but then still, and then off the other car, that the plastic was all brittle and smashed. It has a good top, but the lid's still on it. So it's better than what I have now. It's not existent in the car I bought, and that's why when I look for cars, it is more that, you know, they're complete, that it's not missing anything. The one I bought's not missing much. It's missing a few items, so it's not going to be too bad. But you know, finding these old parts, and you know, there's companies that reproduce the old parts. There's just companies that know what they have. They have, you know, some old classic vehicles. They want a premium for what they do have. So if it's missing very much, you know, getting parts can really add up in a hurry. So we'll see. I'll see what I can do with this. But even if I do have to spend the $99 plus shipping and tax for that plastic thing, yeah, I guess the tops aren't available. I haven't been able to find them anywhere. So there's half the battle. At least I got the top. If I got to spend the money on the jug, well, so be it. Oh, and the jug does have the washer pump in it too. It might still work. All right. Oh, and right behind me, it's probably a 67 or 68 Pontiac Firebird. What's left of it. Yeah, boy. So it's a start. Here's an old, I don't know if it's a Fairlane or a Galaxy. I don't know those cars as well. I'm gonna guess the year, maybe 64-ish, 65. And of course it's on the other side of that swamp. Yeah, I mean, look, the body is straight, you know, and the bottoms of the fenders and quarter panels aren't all full of rust holes. Now I can see daylight through the one on the other side. But here's another cool car over here. Hang on. Here's a really early Falcon. Oh, and this is kind of swampish. There it is. Boy, talk about the rust. That front seat actually not looking too bad a condition. And the back seat's half taken out. Hey, if you got an old Falcon, early 60s, 60 or 61, 62, 63, I think they changed. I don't know exactly. But yeah, the house of rust. Yeah, maybe somehow we did cross the swamp. Let's go over this way. Yeah, that's it for the Mavericks. He said that he had 3. Now he hesitated. Yeah, I got 2. Wait. Maybe I have 3. Yeah, 3. What the heck is that? Is that old Plymouth Valiant or something over there? Some of those came with little 6-cylinders, but some of them actually came with a pretty sizable V8. This one here happens to be the good old 225 slant 6. And what a little tiny radiator it has. There's another one over there a couple years later. That's a This one here is probably very early 60s. Oop. 61, 2, 3 maybe. And this one over here is probably 65, 66-ish. That's my best guess. All right. I'll tell you what, it's it's a little warm today. I mean, it's only 70, but it's really humid. There's been a lot of rain. Some humidity has moved in. Blah. I don't know how much more I need to really see today. I think I got all that I'm gonna get as far as what I need goes. It'd be nice to just find maybe a couple things that are really unique. You know, if you're looking for a project car, this is not the place to come get one. Because they're here for the parts to be sold, and so right away you're buying a car that's not very complete. Although that thing's really dirty, but look, it has the tail lights, the side moldings, the rear bumper looks nice. It doesn't look smashed. You know, it's probably all rotted out from the underside, but you know, could it be resurrected? Well, with enough money, anything can be. It's just another, what is that? It's just called a classic. Is that a Rambler Classic? Looks like an American Motors car. Yeah, this is the Rambler, right? Right. I think that's a Matador. Another cool thing about junkyards is, and I'm sure these are well picked over, but you'd be surprised what what gets lost in cars. Sometimes stuff falls down in the seat. And you can find change or jewelry. Sometimes you find tools in the back. You say, "Wow, why didn't somebody take their tools?" Well, that was pretty far gone. Let me see here. Got more Fords. I think that's a big Galaxy. Those grills. I think that's a Galaxy grill. And here's another one. I believe those are Galaxies. Probably Galaxy 500. Two of them sitting right here. And then this one over here, I believe this is a Thunderbird. I don't know what year I had these. I don't know. I'm guessing this is a pretty late 60s, maybe. Then old Pontiac Catalina. That's when they made big cars. Oh, here's an older one. This one over here, that's going to be early 70s. And this one over here is going to be late 60s, mid 60s. Probably. But it's a shame about the rust at the bottom of the fenders, you know, on the underside, because, you know, the sides look relatively straight. You know, the front, it's not been in a wreck. You know, the front bumper and grill, everything looks good on it as far as being straight. The hood, the trunk lid, it has some things going on for it, but it has some bad going on too. Yeah, some of these have been here a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Ranchero. That's an early 70s Monte Carlo. It's probably a 1970, I'm guessing. A lot of guesswork here on my part. I know I've mentioned about possibly getting into restoring, you know, some old classics or whatever, but they're not going to be the real popular ones that, you know, you see at every car show. You know, the Mustangs, the Camaros, Chevelles, and you know, all the popular cars. I like the more obscure models. For instance, look at this little station wagon. Okay, that's a Rambler American. And you know, it's just such a cool little car. How many of those do you see? I don't think I've ever seen one at a car show. Wouldn't it be fun to fix it up as a daily driver? So, and really, as far as cosmetically, yeah, the glass needs cleaned. It needs scrubbed up, but you know, to make it good sound mechanically, engine, transmission, brakes, shocks, tire, you know, the works, make it mechanically sound and drivable again. I guess you could say I'm more into car resurrection than car restoration. I mean mechanical restoration, but that would be drag that thing out and, you know, find the original, you know, with new tires, find the original wheel covers, get it all cleaned up, and see what you got. You know, it's giving them a second life, really. But this is, like I said, this is probably the wrong place to find it. You know, parts are missing. It's in a salvage yard. But if you found one in a, you know, a barn find, somebody's shed or backyard, or you know, if you found one laying around somewhere, kind of like the Maverick, that have been sitting out in somebody's backyard for probably better than a decade. You know, stuff's around. But I like the obscure things, and I like them original too. Something that's been, somebody's already tried to turn into a hot rod. They've swapped out, it's got a different engine in it, and the hood scoop, and you know, all this stuff done to it. You know, that's something that's unaltered as well. So that's what I look for. Original stuff, resurrected. And we're on our way out, and I just thought this would be worthy of mention. This old Vegas station wagon and a Volkswagen Bug. All right. And I think we're getting up here to, oh, I think this was a 69 Dodge Charger, because the gas cap, the gas filler neck was in the fender. Memory serves me right. And we're actually taking a long way around because I know there's older stuff up here. Oh no. This is like Ford Falcon Alley. Somebody cut the entire quarter panel out of that Falcon wagon. That's mid 64, that's probably 65. That one over there is a little bit later model. This is way early, has a more rounded shape to it. Mid 60s. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the older section. A couple old Cadillacs back there, and there's two early 60s Impalas. Oh boy. Lots of stuff here, but I'm gonna try not to turn this into an hour-long video either. I don't know where we're at now, but yeah, I'd say this is the older section. Cool old stuff. Wow, that's an early Impala. That's probably late 50s. Yeah, that's probably a 56, or is that, I don't know, Chevy. 50, might be 57. I don't recall. I think that's 56. Okay, that's an Edsel. Old Ford Edsel. Another Edsel. I forget what these are. Still has the carburetor on it. Huh. Not too many, not too often you see a Ford Edsel, let alone 4 or 5 of them. Now I know what this yellow car is. Well, I know it's a Cadillac. I'm pretty certain it's a Cadillac. Is there any emblems on it to confirm it? I believe, yes, that this is a Cadillac. Well, the evolution of the automobile, pretty interesting. Yeah, it's so humid. Oh my God. We're gonna get out of here. I don't know, I think we're gonna start heading for the northeast. And by the northeast, I mean like Savannah. Not way up northeast. So, we'll end this video here, right here in the junkyard. I hope you enjoyed the old classics, what's left of them. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back soon.